Alright, so another video, different fucking car, working on a 2014 Nissan Altima. The transmission is throwing some codes for some solenoids, and also the valve cover is leaking pretty bad. You can see the camera doesn't pick it up, but there's a lot of crud and oil back down there, and then obviously y'all can see that. So gonna try to fix the transmission first, and then once that's done, do an oil change and replace the valve cover. But the big pain in the ass issue that I'm gonna run into is having to remove the engine mount because there's bolts right underneath them. It's in the way. So let's get to it. So first thing I'm gonna do is drain the oil because I'm replacing the valve body. So get underneath the car with a 19mm socket to remove the drain bolt. All right, there's that drain bolt. So I'm gonna remove that, start draining the oil. I'm gonna lower the car that way it's level while it's draining. All right, bam. And that fluid is nasty. All right, so I'm gonna let that drain for a little bit, and then I'll start taking out all these 10mm bolts holding the transmission oil pan to the transmission. All right, so I got all those little 10mm bolts out, but before I pull the pan off completely, I used this little pry bar tool, plastic pry bar, and wedged it in between the transmission and pan and hit it with the mallet. And definitely recommend doing the rear while the car is lifted. That way the remaining fluid drains out the back. See? All right, so got the pan off. It came out pretty easily actually. But yeah, there's some metal shavings down here, and then that's the magnet, or both of these are magnets. Let's take a look. Ooh, not nice. Well, there's the new valve body filters over there, and then the other filter. So I just gotta take the old one out and then swap them out. All right, that's the old valve body, and then the metal filter over there might have issues, or I'm definitely gonna have issues because that one over there has 3 bolts that I can already see, and the one that came in the kit only has 2. So I won't be using this. I'll have to reorder the proper filter. And then up here, right there, you see that right smack dab in the middle of the screen? That's where the other filter will go. Show you guys, held in by 4 bolts. 2 are easy to get to from the bottom, and then the other 2 aren't. One of them I'll have to get from above. Those 2 that are hard to get a hold of, you need to use a ratcheting wrench to get them. But whatever. All right, so to remove the valve body, you gotta remove certain bolts, and they have numbers on them, number 7. So all the bolts with the number 7 on them, you have to remove to get the valve body down. Once you get it down, then you'll undo connectors and some other dumb bullshit. But I'll knock that off, and then after that, I'll record whatever else I encounter. I got it unbolted. It came down and started dripping more oil. But what I did is when I was taking out those bolts that hold it up together, I was putting them in the corresponding holes on the new valve body. Now, this rod here, there's this little lever that attaches, and I'll show you guys later, but it's held in by a 14mm nut, right? And it's on there a little tight, but it goes like that. The nut, washer, and then this bracket or lever goes into a slot that comes out of this hole. So once I get this down, I'll swap that into the new one and then toss it all back up. And as far as the connectors, it's only this one white connector here that is up into the transmission. All right, so I got the old valve body out. Now, once you unbolt it, the only thing holding it up in the transmission is this cable here. And it's kind of annoying to get to, but to undo it, you just press down here and then pull it out. It comes out pretty easily. But that connection, hopefully I can show you guys, is right there. So the valve body will be hanging, and you just have to reach in there with your hand and press on that tab and pull it out. All right, so before I toss the new one in, I'm gonna transfer all the bolts that need to be removed onto this one. That way I know where they go once I start screwing them in for this valve body. Oh, and then the filter, still gotta do that. So as per Nissan instructions, you want to inspect the CVT belt and whatever the fuck they call that CVT shit for any marks. Now, according to their instructions, you're supposed to use a little inspection camera to look in there, to look at the teeth on the belt, and then to see if there's any other marring on these two pieces here. But from where I'm looking at, everything looks smooth, everything looks good to go. And I just want to toss that new valve body in and call it a day. Now, I started putting the valve body in and bolts in, and I forgot to put this little rod in. So I had to undo most of the hardware for me to slide it in, but there it goes. And then this goes in like that. Pull this rod out, so this piece goes in that fucking threaded part there, and the top goes in like so. And then you have a nut and a washer, and these are, or the nut is a 13, so and I'll put the torque specs up somewhere up on the screen. I do not know them, but that's how that goes. All right, so I ordered this kit off of eBay, and well, one, it's said on the listing that the valve body was new. It is not. It's most likely refurbished, but I thought they had sent me the wrong filter, because this filter here is held in by 2 bolts. But I was looking at some information, and I'll put a link to this NSH or whatever the fuck guide on how to replace a valve body. They say that you'll have to use the new filter, and these 2 bolts here, this bracket goes underneath them. You're supposed to just remove this, and then remove this bolt here, and then another one up here, and that's where the new 2-bolt filter will go into. So I already undid these. I'm gonna torque these down before I put that oil filter in, because then it's gonna block it, and I gotta find out which one of these I gotta remove. But I'll put a link to that instruction manual down in the description. All right, so this bolt is removed, and then this one appears removed, and that's where the new strainer is gonna bolt onto, instead of back here where that bracket was, and then this mounting hole here obviously is not gonna get used. And that's about it. All right, so I got that filter in, and they're all 70-inch pounds, all of them. I think it's the same for the bolts that hold the pan to the transmission too. All right, so everything's good to go. I just need to torque that one down, and I think that one is 16 foot-pounds. I'll double check. All right, so yep, it is 16 foot-pounds of torque. Now, when you're torquing it down, it's gonna move. It's all right if it does it. It's gonna do the same shit when you're loosening it. It's gonna move out, and luckily that pin will bottom out and hit the side of the transmission. There it goes. All right, now I gotta clean the pan. Those 2 are the magnets, obviously you guys saw. Slap that shit on, torque it down, and then move on to that filter on the side. All right, so smack dab on the screen, that's the housing for that other filter. Those top 2 bolts, you're gonna have to get from the top, and the best way to do it is have a ratcheting wrench. Got here. Then you get the other 2, you can get those with a regular wrench and socket. I won't film it because of the close quarters here. All right, so change of plan. That bottom bolt here is a pain in the ass to get to with a wrench and socket, so I was able to get to it with the ratchet and wrench. I was able to get all 4 of them actually, so that's what I recommend you do. And I'm just gonna loosen up a little more and just let it drain, then I'll swap out the filters. When you put the housing back in, there's this little notch here. It goes pointing towards the back of the engine, so like this. All right, so now there's supposed to be a washer, and I think that you can see the copper thing there. I'm just gonna grab this old one and wiggle it out. Bam. And then there's supposedly an O-ring inside, but I don't see shit. I don't see an O-ring, I don't feel an O-ring. So I'll put the old filter back in. All right, let me put this bitch in. I'm all dirty now, laying on the floor. So the filter is in. I do need to push in a little more, but that's it for that. Don't know the torque specs for those 4 little bolts that hold it in place, but I'm sure it's probably the same as the other smaller 10mm bolts, 70-inch foot-pounds. So on to the next step. All right, so I got the oil pan cleaned up. Now I wanted to go over the washer. The Nissan trans drain plug washer looks like this. Oh, can't focus on it, right? So one end is bigger than the other, and then one end has this little notch on it. That notch goes facing the drain plug. The oil pan is on, and you got to torque these to 70-inch pounds, and you have to do it in a certain pattern. So on the screen there will be a little fucking picture of the sequence of torquing them down, and so I'm gonna take care of that now. And then I gotta fill the fucking trans with fluid, turn the car on, and hopefully I don't have to do any coding, because I don't have anything to be able to code this car. Everything that I have is Volkswagen and Audi specific, so I hate working on other brands, but we'll see. Got them all in, and then the drain plug is 25 foot-pounds. All right, so I'm gonna fill the trans with fluid. Yes, the fill port. There's this little plug here, and if you've never taken it off, it's a pain in the ass. So you need some pliers to grip onto it or yank it out. I ordered a dipstick from Amazon that fits in here. I'll be using that to check the fluid level. But for now, I'm gonna put in 2.5 quarts. Supposedly you're supposed to put in 2 5/8 in there, and then start the car, and then just shift through all the gears a couple of times, and then drain that oil or trans fluid, and then refill it again. And then I'll show you guys once I do it, but there's also a little drain plug that you're supposed to pull out, and then once you get like a trickle coming out, you refill it, and then it should be good to go. No, and then! All right, I'm gonna be using manual NS3 CVT fluid. You can see there it's meant for Nissan's NS3. It's what Nissan calls for. So didn't want to buy the OEM stuff because it was 20 bucks a pop, I think, and then this was 15 or something. Either way, it's NS3, so that's all that matters. I'll make a mess here. Now, once I put the fluid in, I have no scan tool, so I'm gonna let the car run for 5 minutes. You're supposed to get the trans temperature up to 35 to 40 degrees Celsius, and then that's when you roll through the gears and shut it off, and then undo that drain plug. Now, when I drain the trans fluid, I got 4 quarts out, so that's what I'll try to put back in after I do that first I guess flush. All right, so here's that new dipstick, just came in today. Oh, son of a bitch. There we go. All right, now let's pull it out. And there ain't shit in there. All right, I gotta fill it up more. So here's the new dipstick. I got 4 quarts in. What I got out of it, 4. Let's see if it reads anything. Clean this shit up. Now this is with the engine and transmission cold, but yeah, there's fluid on there. All right, well, I'm gonna run it and see how it goes. All right, so one thing I like about these manual bottles that I've never seen before is this little tab here. You pull it up, and then when you pull it up, you twist it. And what ends up happening is it takes off that foil around the edge, and that way it can pour out easily You've seen others that just have the foil. You have to puncture the foil and then fucking try to rip it out. So, never seen it. Pretty cool. And I've heard good things about manual from people across the pond. And we'll see how this shit works. All right, so I'm in the car. It's been running for a bit. I'm gonna go through the gears. Now that rattling there's all the engine and transmission mounts, but now the car goes into gear when, as before, the problem was you would put it into gear and it wouldn't shift. It would take a few seconds for it to actually shift into gear. Now it's doing it as it should. All that rattling is the engine mounts. That's another thing I need to fix on this fucking car. Transmission mount is, and the engine mounts are all worn the fuck out. The car has 160,000 miles on it, I believe. All right, so I just filled it up with 4 quarts. I'm going to get the car level and undo this bolt. Then fluid should leak out. And then once it's a steady small trickle, I'll put the drain bolt back in. Or not the drain bolt, but put it back in and it should be good to go. All right, so the car is somewhat level. This is a 14, I just loosened it up. Pull this out and wow, look at that. Oh, it ain't trickling down as much. All right, so I added another quart because there was some shit dripping out and now it's dripping out. So once this slows down, that's when I'll put the drain plug in. Now this has an O-ring on it, and the O-ring seems to be fine. This is the first time I've ever touched this transmission, so I'm pretty sure nobody has messed with it. So I'll reuse this O-ring. Not seeing any leaks from the new gasket, so everything seems to be good to go. I'll put links down in the description to any of the tools I use, the fluids. Also put links to the recall service procedure that I found. It is for a Nissan Rogue, but similar engine, similar transmissions. Seems like I didn't have to do any coding, so that's a plus. There was no CD or a QR code that came with the kit, so everything seems to be fine. Now, if you found this helpful, like and comment and share. And definitely subscribe, because I'll be posting more DIYs. The next thing I'm doing with this car is a valve cover, and later in the future I'll be replacing the motor mounts and transmission mounts. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Unfortunately, the CVT was still slipping. I should have inspected that fucking belt.